I'm Jake. I can't skate. And today is going to be a really interesting one. Anybody who's watched my videos for any length of time knows that I am a Craig Conroy fan. I think this is the right guy to run this team. The other thing anybody who's watched any number of my videos will tell you is that I have been the biggest preacher of be patient, there is a plan, basically in this whole fan base. I wanted better results last year. I want to see my team win, but at the same time, I understand the positives of finishing near the bottom of the standings. The main thrust of the video is this. With the off season that Craig Conroy has had, and I think it's been a great off season so far, the Flames have reached the point in that plan where Connie, if I was to talk to him right now today, he's sitting in front of me at my desk. I'm saying, okay, Craig, we have reached a point where this is your team now. All the contracts, for the most part, outside of a couple unmovable ones like Jonathan Huberdeau, and a sentimental one in Michael Backlund, who's still useful for your team. Outside of a couple guys, this is your team now. You've gotten all the tweener sort of veteran guys out. This team is 95% made up of your guys, Craig. And here's the thing that comes with that. Now I believe it's fair at this stage in the plan to grade Conroy on results. And that doesn't necessarily mean in the standings for this year. If you were grading on standings for this year, it would probably be a failure. That's not what I'm grading on this year. What I'm grading on this year is now we need to see the development of your guys, of Zane Perek, of Matt Coronado, of Connor Zari, of any number of these young kids. We need to see Matvey Gritton keep taking steps. We need to see Dustin Wolf get back to his world beater form. What I want to see this year, now that it's your team, is your team taking steps to be the team we want it to be in a couple of years. And if we start the season and the kids have taken steps backwards, and it's not just a couple of games, if there's a downward trend, especially from the kids, this is the first year where I'm saying it's time to make tough choices. If the kids get off to a slow start, it's time to start thinking about if Ryan Huska is the coach to develop them. You believe he is. I know you do. I met Husk during development camp. He seems like a knowledgeable guy about these kids. He's a great guy. But if that slow development starts to happen with the kids now, it's time to start making tough decisions. On this channel so far, I've been a fairly easy grader when it comes to the kids developing. As long as they're getting time, as long as they seem like they're taking steps forward in their overall game, I was happy with that. Now it's time for them to start taking on larger leadership roles. It's time for Matvey Gritton to do what he says and lead the team in scoring. I know it's his second year, but he can do it. It's time for Matt Coronado to be a legitimate offensive weapon and not just a streaky occasional scorer. It's time for Zane Perek to live up to his hype a little bit more and put up the point totals and do those dazzling things that he teased. He did tease them at the end of last season. And it's time for these kids to take the reins because it's their team. They should be getting priority minutes over guys like Ryan Strome, over any of the veterans that are left. The young D should not be paired with Joel Hanley or Braden Paul. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those guys gets traded before the season, but you understand what I'm saying, I think. The old regime has been swept away. You've put your stamp on this team this summer. It is yours. That's gonna start reflecting on you, Craig. Now, I've spent the majority of this video so far being foreboding, and that is sort of the message I want to send, is that we've reached a new phase here. But with that also comes opportunity. If the kids do take those steps forward, if this year, despite the lack of wins that might happen, the kids on the team do look like an emerging core, then Craig Conroy has made himself look like an extremely savvy general manager. And that video I made right after development camp gets proven exactly right. And you've been preparing us for war the last 3 years, then I will give you your due applause, which I'm actually itching to give you. As I said, I love Craig. Craig's one of my 2004 bros. I love that 2004 team. I would love Connie and Iggy to build a team that gets this team back to the Stanley Cup, because they deserve the rings they should have had 22 years ago. So I'm hoping that I can make a video at the end of this season that says, I fully believe in this core. I believe we're at a stage in this plan where we're now building upward. I believe that's where we're going, but we've reached the phase where I'm gonna be a harder marker on that. Development camp showed us the skill is without a doubt there. This season will show us if the team is starting to put it together and if the right pieces are in place to put it together. Let me know what you think of if the team will start putting it together. Let me know if Huska is a coach you believe can put these pieces together and help them develop, or whether you believe it should be somebody else. Let me know how much you like or dislike Craig Conroy's summer so far. Do all the YouTube things. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, go Flames.